Huancayo, Peru. I trust you're doing great. Uh, we are here tonight. We have a ministers meeting and then a church service, and then we have some church services tomorrow. We had a great ride up the mountain. Hopefully, you saw some of those pictures. Um, Trina was telling me that we've had some questions about the building, and I think Sean has been asking me about as well. Here's where we are. We're extremely close. How close? I'm not exactly sure. We had some unexpected expenses, and so we're having to navigate that. We are supposed to close a week from yesterday, next Friday, June 6th, I think it is. Um, and then I've got to fly home because there's a pastor flying in from overseas to meet with me. But so that's the plan. We have had a few setbacks. Again, we ran into some things we weren't expecting, kind of at the last minute. And people are saying, "Well, how much do you need? How much do you need?" Right now, we're still trying to tabulate that exactly where we're at. We believe we're extremely close, or even there. This is all I can tell you. All I ask you is just at first. Let me say this: thank you so much for your heart towards us in this ministry and everything that we're doing. Trips like this, and the things that we do all over the world through television and stuff. Thank you for being a part of that. You're a part of every life that has changed. We're in this together. We're changing lives all over the world together. And thank you for that. And thank you so much for wanting to make sure that we have what we need with the building and everything like that. That's extremely important because we're going to use this building to reach people, not just in Union, but from there all over the world. All I can tell you is this: please just follow your heart, pray about it, and just give whatever the Lord tells you to give. That way, you're not under compulsion or anything. Um, and I believe one way or the other, we'll get there together. Um, Again, I think we're very, very close. We were actually there, and then we got hit with some unexpected expenses, and so we backed up a little bit. But now I think we're really close. But the only way for us, you and I both, to be really sure that the building's going to be taken care of, is for us both to trust God in what He said. And the second thing is just be obedient to what He's placed in your heart. And if you've been on the fence or thinking somebody else is going to take care of that, I do ask that you not do that, because we need to do this together. Um, Now, I'll be able to give you a better update once I get back to the States and there's a better tabulating of things. But also remember, even after we pay for the building, then we immediately have to get it ready so that we can begin to use it, so that we're not just making payments on a building that we're not using. We're actually thinking initially, because it might take us several months to get the church started, we're actually thinking of buying a tent. We think for about $5,000 we can buy a tent, an air conditioner, obviously, since I'm going to be there preaching, if you know anything about how I feel about air conditioning, and then get some porta potties so we can actually begin to start something right there on the grounds and work towards what the Lord has told us to do. But there's a lot of expenses after the building's paid for. There's 2,000, right at, it's a little less, I think, $2,000 a month mortgage payment, and then each room. Now, curiously, I had made a joke if somebody gave $100,000 that we would name the auditorium after you, the church auditorium. And been asked quite, now nobody's done it, but I've been asked a lot of questions about it. But then people started asking me some other questions. And honestly, I've never really liked stuff like selling bricks and stuff. I don't despise anybody that's done it. Um, but people ask me, well, what if we sold a brick? Because we have to brick in some walls and stuff. What if we bought a brick? How much would you sell a brick for? But we're not selling that. We're investing in the kingdom of God. We also had somebody ask us an interesting question. They said, well, how much does it take to get a room ready? Because if you looked at the tour, we actually have more than 50 rooms we have to get ready. It's going to be we're not exactly sure exactly how many it is, because on paper, we can tell you what it is right now, but we're gonna combine two or three of those for like the sanctuary and some production and for television. But it's going to be over 50. And Curtis said he estimates it's about $10,000 a room to prepare a room. So somebody said, well, maybe I can't do the 100,000, but could I get a room? Honestly, it's whatever the Lord puts in your heart. Um, I'm still praying about whether we actually want to make that a program or not, because I don't I've never really liked gimmicks, so to speak, but I know that's, I also understand knowing that when you walk into a building and you see a brick with your name on it, knowing that you can show your children we've invested in the kingdom of God and we'll have a lasting legacy forever. Or if you walk into an auditorium and your name's on it, that you've done something in the kingdom of God, not hopefully not for your own glory. But and that's the other thing. Please don't do it to get your name on something. That's not the right reason. The right reason is because you love what God is doing and that you want to be a part of it. But anyway, so I'll let you know next week. The simple truth is, how close are we? We're very, very close. But in case we get hit with some more unexpected setbacks, I just ask you to do this. Just do whatever God's told you to do. Just be obedient. Don't do it by compulsion. And I know some of you said, "Well, God gave me a figure," but I mean, honestly, it makes me nervous. Hey, I know how you feel. I was kind of nervous when he told me to buy a building and start moving ahead this way. And I'm going to talk about that, about how honestly I've had to overcome some fears that I've had to cast down, thoughts and imaginations based upon some past experiences and stuff. But together we'll get through this, and we will see the goodness of God in the land of the living, and we'll utilize this building to change people's lives in Union, in South Carolina, but all over the United States and all over the world. Pastors are going to come from all over the world and be strengthened and encouraged and built up. And you guys are going to be a part of that. So thank you very, very much. Anyway, just wanted to give you this short update. I've got some folks waiting on me, but I didn't. It was easier this than if people keep calling in and asking questions. So hopefully this answers them. Do what God told you to do, but always remember that you're being prayed for, you're being loved, and anything we can do to help disciple you, we will. We love you very much. Remember, Jesus is risen. Victory is assured.